Riot just buffed a champion with a 51% win rate and nerfed 3 balanced junglers. Sounds crazy? It's not. It's all about mastery curves. What's up everyone, patch 25.20 is live, and if you don't know what mastery curves are, check my patch preview video in the description or I button. I explain everything there, but if you are already caught up, let's break down exactly why Riot made these changes and which champions you should actually be playing. Let's get into it. Let's start with the good news, the buffs. Anivia's getting some love on her Q cooldown. It's going from 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 seconds down to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Her E damage is also getting buffed from 50, 150 plus 55% AP to 55, 155 plus 55% AP. This should help her trading patterns in lane and make her a bit more consistent throughout the game. Katarina, simple but effective. Katarina's armor is going up from 28 to 32. This might not sound like much, but it will definitely help her survive those early trades and all-ins, especially against AD matchups. Now this one is interesting. Malphite's armor is increasing from 37 to 40 and his E-base damage is jumping from 70 to 30 to 80 to 40. Riot explained that Malphite has a unique mastery curve. New players do really well on him, but experienced Malphite players don't see as much improvement compared to other champions. So while he might be sitting at 51-52% win rate, he's actually weaker than other champs at the same win rate when you factor in mastery. Pantheon's getting a significant buff to his Q empowered form. The minion and monster cap is going from 0.75 times to 0.8 times, and more importantly, his W minion and monster cap is jumping from 120 to 150. This should really help his jungle clear and wave management. Veigar players rejoice. His W damage is getting that 10% AP ratio back. It's going from 85-305 with a specific AP scaling to 85-305 with 70, 80, 90, 100, 110% AP. Riot mentioned they nerfed this last year and it hurt his wave clear back points too much, so they are giving it back. This should make his early wave clear feel much better. Now for the nerfs, and these are hitting some popular jungle picks. Briar. Briar's P-max stacks are getting reduced from 7 to 5. This is targeting her stat check potential and should make her a bit less overwhelming when she gets going. Orianna is being targeted specifically because her tank builds like ROA don't have enough of a damage trade-off. Her W damage is going from 70 to 70 plus 70% AP down to 70 to 30 plus 80% AP. The key here is that while the ratio is higher, the base damage is lower. So when you are building ROA and don't have much AP yet, you will feel weaker in that power spike window. Volibear. Vol is getting hit pretty hard, especially with the cosmic being so strong. His P damage is going from 1160 plus 50% AP down to 1160 plus 45% AP. His E damage is also being reduced from 80 to 40 plus 80% AP to 80 to 40 plus 70% AP. These changes are specifically targeting that stat cheeky cosmic build. Warwick is another jungle staple getting nerfed, but Riot's being smart about it. They are taking power out of his damage rather than his tankiness or speed, because Warwick players resonate more with being unkillable and hunting enemies. His AD growth is going from 2.75 to 2.5 and his S growth is dropping from 2.3% to 2%. This keeps his fantasy intact while reducing his overall power. These are the most interesting changes where Riot's trying to shift power around. Champion adjustments. Azir. Azir is getting some complex changes. His WA ratio is going from 40-60% down to 30-70%, and his extra target damage mode is changing from 25-50, 75-100% at different levels. 1-8, 28-100%, 8, 9, 18. His W damage is going from 60 to 20 plus 40% to 60 to 30 plus 60%. Finally, his recharge rate is going from 10-6 to 12-6. These changes are aimed at smoothing out his power curve. Camille's armor growth is going from 5 to 4.5. Her W cooldown is going from 17-11 to 15-11, and her W flat base damage is increasing from 51-50 to 60-160. Riot explains she is close to being viable in certain situations, and these changes help her harass and fallback patterns in tough matchups without making her mid-game dueling too strong. Fizz is getting some interesting early game buffs. His W passive damage over time is changing changing from 2060 plus 30% to 3090 plus 25%. His W active base damage is going from 5130 plus 45% to 5150 plus 45%, and his W on hit damage is changing from 1030 plus 35% to 2040 plus 30%. The minimum R damage is going from 150 to 350 plus 80% to 180 300 420 plus 60%, while the maximum is going from 300 400 500 plus 120% to 270 450 630 plus 90%. These changes make him more lethal when he can actually get autos off in the early game rather than just waiting reactively for level 3. Also, if you haven't tried the Blackfire Torch build on Fizz, you should definitely check it out. Graves is getting adjusted to make different build paths more viable. His Q1 damage is changing from 45 125 plus 80% bonus AD to 50 150 plus 65% bonus AD. His Q2 damage is going from 85 to 25 plus 41 40% bonus AD to 80 to 60 plus 55 115% bonus AD. And his Q total is shifting from 130 350 plus 120 to 20% bonus AD to 130 410 plus 120 180% bonus AD. Riot clarified they are not trying to kill the pure AD build, but they want to make the tankier Black Cleaver build more competitive. Right now most Graves player go full glass cannon with maybe they just shield bow for defense. Wukong's getting some power shifts. His Q bonus AD ratio is going from 55% to 50%. His W cooldown is changing from 2016 to 2218. His W damage is going from 35-55% to 30-50%, and his E damage is dropping from 8200 to 8240. These adjustments are aimed at balancing his power across his kit. And that's everything you need to know about patch 25.20. What do you think about these changes? Which champion are you most excited or worried about? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.